Hey guys, this is Zexonite. Welcome to the Zex Talk and welcome to Shiny September. This is a series I'm doing this month where I take a look at my favorite and least favorite shiny Pokemon of each generation. And today, we're taking a look at my least favorite shinies from Generation 6. Let's get right into it. Number 5. You know what's not fun? Sunburn. Super not fun. You know what's also not fun? Looking at people with sunburns. And that's exactly what happens when you look at a shiny Yveltal. This maybe kind of makes sense given that it has the ability dry skin and it's normally found in the desert. That said, based on its dex entry, it doesn't make sense for it to look like it's sunburned. The dex entry for X states, they can generate their energy from basking in the sun, so eating food is not a requirement. So why would something that's meant to be constantly exposed to the sun even be able to get a sunburn? You don't see bearded dragons and Gila monsters getting sunburnt. You would think that it would have some sort of protection from it. That and Yveltal is cute. Like, really cute. And it just hurts me to look at and think that it's in constant pain. Even though it's smiling. Yveltal, you're such a trooper. You're an inspiration to us all. Number 4. If we look in the National Dex order, there are 3 ugly, shiny evolutionary lines all right in a row. The least offensive of these ugly shinies is Dragalge. Now, I have to say, Dragalge never really appealed much to me to begin with. I know that some people like it, but it just doesn't appeal to me. First, it's based off the leafy sea dragon, which just terrifies the ever-living fuck out of me. Second, the body shape is just something that's very off-putting to me. It's strangely skinny, which sort of unnerves me. Finally, the color scheme is just kinda gross. And that might be the worst part. With the right color palette, I could see myself liking this one, but I don't. It's just kind of a gross brown with pink. Nothing really that good. But its shiny is even worse, and by all logic, I should really like this shiny. As I've mentioned, my favorite colors in order are green, purple, and blue. Yellow's not my favorite, but I do like it, so I should really like this Pokemon, and yet, it looks ugly to me. The blue is really the only individual color I like on it. All the other colors, even if you took them individually, I don't think I'd like them. Especially its yellow horns, which are a really gross, rotten mustard color. I never cared for Dragalge to begin with, but this shiny just made it so much worse for me. Number 3. This is another one of that block of bad shinies from Gen 6. As much as I said I don't like Dragalge, I can at least see where people might find it appealing and want it on their teams. I wouldn't even object to having one on my team actually, if I had a place for it and it performed well, which I think it would. Binacle and Barbaracle, however, are 2 Pokemon that I cannot see the appeal in. And I know I'm not alone in this. Not very many people like Binacle or Barbaracle, and it's not hard to understand why. It's stupid. It's just freaking stupid. What the fuck? It's got hands for faces? And then eyes? What? So dumb. But at least I can tolerate the color palette in the original form. There's nothing to write home about, definitely, but there's nothing really wrong with it. None of the colors clash, and despite the Binacle line itself looking ridiculous, the color's not bad. But add in dark green to the equation and everything just goes to shit. In my personal opinion, orange and green typically don't really look good together. It can be pulled off with certain shades, but you have to be very careful with what you're doing. But here, obviously, no care was taken. Probably because nobody gave a shit about these Pokemon. Like, we fucked these ones up already. Just slap the first color you see on it and call it a day. It's actually a little disappointing because I actually like these 2 shades of green. If they had put a blue or purple or yellow or even black with it, it could have looked really nice. But nope, you just had to keep that orange, didn't you? The shiny Binacle line. It sucks, but who cares? Number 2. I'm sure I'm gonna piss a bunch of people off with this one way or another. I'll just be honest, I'm sorry, I am not a fan of Yveltal. That was one of my main reasons for getting X. Xerneas looks so cool and elegant. Yveltal just looks weird. And I see where people like it and where people would think the design is cool, but it just doesn't do anything for me. I think the main turnoff for me though was that it has fingers? What? Why does a bird need fingers? Why would you do this? If we look back at Lugia, yeah, it has these sort of hand-like wings too, but with Lugia, at least what you'd call the fingers aren't that detailed, so they're up for interpretation. They could be fingers, or they could be feathers, or they could be lemon bars, I don't know, whatever you want to imagine they are. But with Yveltal, they straight up look like hands because they're curved like hands and made to look like they have knuckles. It just looks really weird to me. But the shiny, oh my god, it's so much worse! I know they wanted to keep a cohesive theme with the shinies of the legendaries throughout, where they changed the black color to white. This kinda makes sense with the theming of the series and the themes of life and death, but as a color scheme, this really only works on Xerneas. Zygarde looks like some alien breath mint, but Yveltal seriously straight up looks like flying bacon. She got 2 slabs of bacon for arms, that's it! That's what it is! Regular Yveltal might look like it could kick your ass, but shiny Yveltal looks more delicious than it does terrifying. Number 1. This pick completes that ugly shiny block trio. This just so happens to be another one that I was never that into. I don't hate Malamar, I'm just kinda meh on it. I think it has its fans, and I can see why. I'm not sure that I'm that keen on the design, but it definitely has a unique design and concept. As for the original coloring, I think it works pretty well, and it gets across its typing alright. But the shiny, oh my god, what did they do to it? I don't even understand this one. Beige, dark red, brownish green. Like, what? Why did they do this? What sense does any of this make? I can see where they went with the red because of the mouth, and the mouth is the same color as the inner 2 main tentacles, but what the hell happened to the rest of it? I'd almost call this a clusterfuck, but it almost seems like it doesn't have enough colors while still managing to be a clusterfuck. It's like a near monochrome clusterfuck, which I don't even know how you managed to do. It's actually quite impressive. I'm sorry I don't have much more to say on this, but hopefully I didn't need to say anything more about it, because I really think it speaks for itself. It's just so many gross colors all piled on top of each other in what was already a rather complicated color scheme. Even despite it having a lot going on, I still imagine that practically anything would have been better than this. Shiny Malamar is just really gross. It's so gross that I can't even describe how gross it is. It's just gross. That's it for this Shiny September's X Talk, but the next one will be out soon. Thank you for watching, hopefully I will see you in the next video, and goodbye to you all, sirs and madams and everyone in between.